Hey, it's May the 31st, 2018, and I wanted to holler at y'all real quick about some stuff. Real briefly, just wanted to holler at y'all about some things. Now, you might be aware that, um, Rosanne Arnold, she's been the cat's meow. She's been the topic of conversation for the past few days. You notice that certain things just go super duper viral. All right. I.e., Kanye West talking about slavery is a choice. Roseanne coming out and she apparently came out on Twitter a few days ago, called Valerie Jarrett a crossover between the Muslim Brotherhood and the Planet of the Apes. It's kind of funny in a sense. Right? A lot of people weighed in on it. A lot of people said a lot of different things. And I wanted to kind of sit back and see what everybody was saying. Right? And I basically saw what was going on. Now, it could be any number of things. Certainly, the truth tends to be stranger than fiction, or, there tends to be something below the surface that not everybody knows. All right? I do want to leave the idea open to perhaps all sort of tomfoolery is going on behind the scenes. Now, we know she put out that tweet. She got her show canceled. All sort of people refuted her. All right? We know that happened, but we don't know why exactly. Roseanne perhaps could have been coaxed to tweeting it. We know she was having something of a conversation with somebody upon Twitter. And I'm sure there could be all sort of context that be researched about it, but I just don't have any time right now. All right? Could be any number of things. Maybe Roseanne's being blackmailed, all right? Blackmailed into some tomfoolery on her dang Twitter, and, she knew it was going to have a backlash. She knew her show was going to get canceled. Maybe that's all part of the blackmail. Maybe it's some 4D chess move type stuff, and Roseanne just wants to get out of her contract with ABC. All right, she knows that if she says something wild, ABC's going to fire her. She's going to apologize. She's going to say ambient. She's going to say this and that and get off the hook. She's going to go under the radar. She's going to make a comeback. She's going to make even more money without ABC and their nagging and their whining. All right? Who knows? Who knows? A world of possibilities. But I wanted to talk to you about something that I think is even more important. Number one, of course, you will notice that there's people all over the place who say wild and crazy and just basically vulgar things about, say, for example, Donald Trump and his family. Now, either way, it's not very respectful and stuff, but I'm just saying that there's people who say a lot worse and continue to say a lot worse about Donald Trump and his family than, oh man, you're some Planet of the Apes looking people. They said a lot worse, and they continue. All right, that's something to be understood. But I also want to note this. Now, first of all, who knows? Roseanne was kind of throwing out a lot of excuses as to why she might have done it. One excuse was she didn't even know Valerie Jarrett was considered African American, or whatever the terminology is. She didn't really know. She thought that maybe she was Jewish. And then when you look at Valerie Jarrett, I've been aware of her for some time. I don't pay attention to her all that much. You can understand that she's a very forgettable-looking person. But not only that, she's a very ambiguous-looking person. It's hard to tell what the heck she is, and you might either get the impression that she's slightly black or that she's not black at all. All right, Valerie Jarrett. So Roseanne said she didn't even know she was African American. And isn't that interesting? And I wanted to focus on that a little bit because I want to pose you with something to ponder right now. All right, and see what it is you think about it. Maybe leave a comment. I think that anybody of any race at all, any background, any ethnicity, anybody in the world could have been referred to as Planet of the Apes looking person, and of course that'd be insulting. Of course that'd be kind of vulgar, inappropriate, right? But any person of any race, any background being referred to as Planet of the Apes, I don't think you would have got this backlash at all. For any person aside from someone of African descent. Have you noticed that? All right, did you catch that? Right, because me personally, I gotta say, I don't even believe in racism. I don't believe it's a thing that even exists. I think people are fooling themselves. I think people have all sort of delusions and they think racism exists. Meanwhile, it's only hatred that exists. It's only evil hatred. And people call it racism, but you can call it anything you want. That doesn't make it what it is. What it is hateful, evil ways. All right? All right, so that is what it is. But you can understand that you can't refer to anybody of African descent, not even a speck of it, not even a smattering of it, if they even have a slice of it. Don't you refer to them as Planet of the Apes? And also, let's not really dwell upon that whole Muslim Brotherhood tie that Rosanne made. Let's not dwell upon that. But the thing that you have to understand is any race of person. And you can see it all over the internet. People have been referred to as monkeys. People have doppelgangers and stuff, and it becomes memes and stuff where people look like certain types of monkeys, dude. Doesn't matter what kind of race you are. What matters is if you are of African descent, well, you're off limits. Can't refer to you as a monkey because that's racist. All right? Only y'all. Anybody else in the world can be compared to an ape or a monkey, and that's all right. And I'm going to ask you, why is that? Why is it this only specific type of person cannot be referred to as a monkey, cannot be referred to as an ape? Everybody else can be, right? And that's all right. That may be not polite conversation, but it is in a way acceptable. You will not get your show canceled. However, if they have a smattering, even the slightest bit, of African descent, just don't you ever make that connection ever in your life. Meanwhile, usually when it comes to apes and monkeys, I don't know what color of skin they have anyways. They got fur. All the fur is covering their skin. Who knows what color of skin they have? Why would it matter? It really doesn't matter. Alright, but people get totally fired and totally refuted if they even breathe in the same sentence someone of African descent and Planet of the Apes. That in and of itself, the fact is that people's minds jump to, oh, they must be talking about black folks. Oh, they must be talking down upon them. Oh, this and that is systematic. Their minds are perverted. Their minds are real perverted, but we're all up in the tribulation. That's how it's going to work. They're going to feel very racist inside of themselves. They're going to blame you for being as racist as they are. They're going to assume that you are so racist in your heart, even though maybe you don't even believe in racism just like me. Maybe you don't even believe it's a thing that exists. You just like calling other people monkeys because it's funny. It's funny as hell, and that tweet was funny as hell. All right, but anyways, y'all, it's all going to blow over anyway, so I'll holler at y'all anyways. It's May the 31st, 2018.